Cyclone Gabrielle has battered New Zealand, leaving tens of thousands of homes without power. A state of emergency has been declared in 5 regions on the country's North Island.
No one expects to be hit with a 1 in 100-year flood. Cyclone Gabrielle is bearing down on New Zealand's North Island, packing winds of up to 100 miles an hour.
But it was along the banks of the rivers that the worst damage was done, as authorities recommend thousands of evacuations.
All the houses were flooded up to the guttering, total devastation.
The damage here is with the power lines, I think we'll be pretty cut off for a while.
We'd heard what was happening in the Hawke's Bay and we were feeling for them, and then we wondered, is it going to hit us? It was very calm, obviously calm before the storm. The rain fell overnight. The next morning the river was coming up and our road was underwater and the water was going through houses.
When the cyclone hit, wherever we were cut off, we were searching for places for cell phone reception, anything we could to be able to communicate with people.
When the floods and the cyclones were here, it was a little bit of a forgotten area, and we had bridges that were washed out that had been there since 1931, and pretty unprecedented amount of rainfall, obviously, and we sort of had to cope with ourselves up at the end of the valley with people we weren't able to contact, and sort of getting across rivers to try and find where they were and make access.
There were a couple of brigade members whose homes were devastated, and well over a year later, we're not back in our homes.
As the controller of the fire brigade and organising the recovery, it would have been so great to have something like this to just help the local people around here just deal with it for the first few days.
Kia ora everyone, my name's Harry McPhail, and EPOD stands for an Emergency Point of Distribution and are designed to provide resilience and self-sufficiency for rural and isolated communities in the event of a natural disaster or climate change event.
This EPOD is going to be incredibly useful for the next disaster, which is not if, it's when, isn't it? It's full of everything we're going to need. In a small community like this, we're likely to be cut off. It's going to keep a lot of people going for another week. We're really excited to see it here, actually. It's quite flash.
Kia ora, welcome to our induction. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to come out and be involved in this.
The EPOD is a go-to place. It's a place where the community will come and be able to access that equipment that they desperately need to help other people. Let's hope we never use it, but if we have to, it's here.
It's so cool that we've got something here now that if we do get an emergency of some sort, we're able to look after ourselves for a few days and get a plan in place.
Just having the food, the equipment and everything would enable people now to sort of come in, access the equipment and get out and help the community rather than wait for the community to come in with the equipment or bits and pieces. So just speed everything up and just make things just a lot easier for us, which would be absolutely fantastic.
To be self-sufficient, to be able to have communication and to be able to provide power, being able to have that calm that we don't need to wait for someone to come and help us. We've got this.